Second day, second video in the new studio. Now remember, this is unscripted, right? Usually sometimes when I do these videos, I script them and then it tends to go a little bit quicker. So the first thing that is important, it is so important for me to tell you this. I speak slow. Dino from Traders Reality, he speaks so quick that you can't even follow it. But you know what? YouTube, they have this little thing where you can increase the speed or actually slow the speed. So with Tino, you slow the speed. With me, you increase the speed. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about what is really, really important. The Ethereum merge is coming up. Is this the time when, as we have been anticipating, if you follow this channel, is that this could be when Ethereum, from my point of view, has already been outperforming Bitcoin. You see, it's not only going to detach, it is going to take over. Or isn't it? The merge 2.0 is very important. So where are we really going? Are we going to see Bitcoin 100,000? Are we going to see Bitcoin 200,000? Are we going to see Ethereum 10,000, 20,000? I don't know, but that's what we're going to figure out. And for all you lions who've been following this channel for quite a while, I got good news for you, in case you like me, in case you like this channel. And that is that we have found a new place where we are going to be streaming with fiber, high-speed internet, right here in France and Annecy. So I think in about 2 days, actually what we're going to do, we're going to rent a co-working office, and we're going to be able to stream. But just remember, it's only for the sexy looking people.
This dance ain't for everybody. Only the sexy people.
And now I guess it is time to get into business, isn't it, right? Can't be doing jokes all night. So, first things first, and you gotta bear with me, right? Because it is a little bit like a stream. So the first things that we do here is take me away so that we can actually compare these two charts. And what are we seeing here? We are seeing, well, first of all, we're seeing just Bitcoin. I want to go in and I want to look at both Bitcoin and Ethereum together, which it is right here behind me. So we can see since, and this is, however, on Binance, and you have to bear with me because, you know, this technology is not my strong side. Only going back to June 2020. If we go back to June 2020, we can actually see that Bitcoin here in the blue has clearly outperformed, Ethereum has clearly outperformed Bitcoin by far. 732% for Ethereum and 131% since June 2020 for Bitcoin. Now, what's going to happen? What is going to happen after this merge? Well, simply sort of speaking, I believe that Ethereum is going to take off. However, we will do some comparisons, we'll do some slight analysis, because what is really going to happen once we see the merge. And from my point of view, I would like to say, what is it? You buy on the rumor and you sell on the news. I think this is the kind of event that we could see. But on the other hand, I'm not completely sure. And let's take a look at this. So we're back at the track. I wanted to say, no, we're back at the charts. And here I am. Let's first go in and look at Bitcoin, right? So you know what I like to look at. I like to look at the weekly with the 7-day moving average. And we can see here the purple line is the 7-day moving average. We can see, so last week, it's very important actually. Last week, you know, we've been following this for I don't know for how many weeks, but last week we closed this Bitcoin right below the 7-day moving average. And now this week, yeah, it's already Tuesday, perhaps where you are, where I am, it's still Monday. Oh, it just turned into Tuesday 1 minute ago. But we are above it, right? So now what we've got to watch this week is, are we going to stay above it? So let's go in and look at Ethereum. And with Ethereum, we actually broke through the 7-day moving average last week. And this week we are also above it. And why is this so important to me? Well, let's go in and look at current market cap. Let's have a look at my favorite watch list. Takes a while. Yeah, we didn't get it there, you know. Patience is a virtue. We know that, especially when you watch my channel. So we go in here, and it is now important to look. I hope you can see it here, the dominance, right? We got Bitcoin dominance at 40%, and we got, where's Ethereum? Do I have to make it small? Ethereum is with, look at that, 19.7%. Yeah, here you can probably see it, 19.7. They changed it. You see, I have always disagreed with this fact, right? Because what they're basing it on is 40% is BTC, Bitcoin, 19% is the Ethereum. And that is from the overall market cap that has now gone through 1 trillion. So we look here at Bitcoin at 429 billion, and we see Ethereum at 210 billion. But that's not true. Remember that is not true. Finance is basically just a merge on the Ethereum, right? It mirrors it, but take that away and let's go in and look at the layer 2 solutions, or the dApps, or the applications really running on Ethereum. Polygon Matic, 100%, right? Uniswap, 100%. Chainlink, 100%. Let's look at, not VeChain, Filecoin, 100%. Aave, 100%. I think Chili's too. There's so many ERC20. There's so many dApps that are running on Ethereum that it simply is not true that they are only taking the place of 19.7% of the overall dominance. I actually think it is much more than that. So where it becomes really, really difficult in order to identify what and where we are going, are we going to go up and where we're going to go down? Well, as you know, I like to look at the 7-day moving average, and at the 7-day moving average, we have broken through it, even though it is only Tuesday, right? And we could be only 2 days away from the merge. Now we're looking at Bitcoin, we can see it's above. Let's have a quick look at Ethereum. We see it is also above. So what's going to happen? We still got another 4 days, 5 days almost, 6 days almost, until this week is over. Are we going to break through or not? Now, I'm not going to make a prediction on this, but I do actually want to take you through what the merge is. And while I take you through it, I thought I would let the video from CNBC run right behind me. Now, it is very clear that this idiot here, up there, he doesn't know shit about crypto, but he is explaining what I will kind of run you through. Now, he doesn't know shit about crypto, but what he is pointing out is valid. You see, what is Bitcoin and what is it versus Ethereum? Well, we all know that Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. It is a virtual currency that was designed in order to act as money, a form of payment outside of the control of any person, group, or entity, and therefore removing the need for third-party involvement in financial transactions. However, we all know that Bitcoin was introduced in 2009. And it is the most well-known cryptocurrency. But what is Ethereum? You see, because I believe that Ethereum is so much more than what they even claiming on mainstream media. I always said that the future of finance is being built right in front of our eyes and is being built on the blockchain. And I think that that blockchain is called Ethereum. So what they're saying here on CNBC is that Ethereum is being positioned as this sort of operating system on which you can build crypto apps, not decentralized, but apps. And that the way that Ethereum works right now, that is true, is called proof of work. And it's important to understand that, because what we are seeing, what is the merge? The merge is actually that we're going to see this merge from proof of work to proof of stake. And you need to understand that, because what we're seeing right now with Bitcoin, and what also the proof of work is for Ethereum, is that it is actually miners validating transactions. And therefore, we have until now seen and we have needed a huge network of computers that are also called miners, running super fast. And, you know, they are, I wouldn't call them highly specialized computers as he's doing right over there. They're in fact just graphic cards. But what they do is that they do solve mathematically puzzles that are complex in order to validate transactions of each transactions and on these networks. And how we've seen it now was that these miners, these graphic cards, the more you have, you would then be rewarded. So what is happening now, as we are moving on to the merge, that means we don't need miners anymore. We don't need this global decentralized system of computers in order to validate. Now everybody's saying going green is important, but you got to think about it, right? Ethereum was set out to be the biggest decentralized computer in the world. So by taking away the miners or taking away all these computers, it is no longer the biggest decentralized computer in the world, is it now? But that is not really a different thing. It is what is going to be the proof of stake. Well, actually, the Ethereum Foundation, they said that people will still, instead of needing computers and hardware, we will need people to, basically put up the Ethereum as a collateral. And therefore, they believe that they will behave as validators as opposed to the miners. Actually, in fact, what I think it is, it's a big, that's actually taking the D out of decentralized finance. But okay, that's a subject for another video. Today we have to understand what the merge is really bringing with it. It's bringing lower energy consumptions. They're going green. That's what it is about, right? But as of now, do we really need it to be quicker? Ethereum is quite quick. We do need the gas fees to go down. And this is where I want to point out and let this fellow here behind us, I'm going to shut him up. And we're going to go and have a little chat, just you and me. Now, what are we going to expect from the merge? Well, we're going to expect, or many people are going to expect, faster transactions. They're going to expect lower gas fees. You see, I don't think we're going to see either or. I don't think we're going to see faster transactions. I don't think we're going to see lower gas fees. But we are going to see is that the decentralized computer has all of a sudden become very centralized. Where is this going to take us? It could take us, you see, there's two ways of looking at it. And I always like to give a prediction where we know where we're going. But today, I really don't know, but I can tell you can go in two directions. We are above the 7-day moving average, right? If we're going to break through it, we're going to go down. But I believe that the establishment, they will want this to be a success. So I can imagine that we will see a spike up. I think it will be a spike up. I'm going to repeat that for the third time, a spike up. But then ultimately, we're going to break down. You see, I've always said the establishment, they need a new monetary system. And this monetary system is going to be built on the blockchain. Anyway, I am going to end it here because I think it was a lot of information in a short time and we just need to follow it. We do need to follow it. And if you still love this channel and you want to stick around and listen to my sad private stories, then right after this little break, I will share with you. So honestly, I'm not entirely sure where it's going to go, but that's all I have to say today and with today's video. And in case you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit like, smash and subscribe and all them goodies. And if you want to stick around for a second, well, then I'm going to share a few private insights of my life. So yeah, I love those little messages that I get. So see you in 5 seconds. I love the music of that little transaction transition. So, for all the lions, for all you number ones, all you sexy looking people, as I said, we're going to be probably streaming, probably by the end of this week. And I think that's good news. Still fighting for the kids. I love those messages that I get. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's also a private channel, my private channel, that you can go to. And I've actually now started making a few private videos public of how I am going to fight this fight of not getting my kids back, but being allowed to be a father for my children. That's all I got to say about that. Lots of love from NSC. I miss all of you. I can't wait to go live. I truly love those little chit chats we have. Watch out for the merge. Watch out. It can go either way. We got the establishment. They need the future of finance to be on the blockchain, centralized, right? On the other hand, I still think that we need to go down to 12. But as of today, I'm not 100% sure. But at least I am honest. And you know why? Because I love you. And don't forget, you need to love yourself first. Only if you love yourself first, you will be able to love the people around you. And the people around you will be able to love you back. And why do I know that? I know that because I am number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's young, he's handsome, he's a prophet, he's a poet. They know it. I must be the greatest. I'm told the world.